Caitlin Clark. I love her too, y'all. She's a baller.
When Kamila Cardoso was asked point-blank who the most promising player in the WNBA is besides herself, she didn't hesitate for even a millisecond before confidently declaring Caitlin Clark, as if stating that water is wet. Meanwhile, her teammate, Angel Reese, has been putting on a masterclass in how to single-handedly torpedo a basketball team, and Cardoso's body language has been screaming louder than a fire alarm at 3 a.m.
Look at the frustration oozing out of Kamila Cardoso. She gets a switch. Natasha Cloud, she's posting her up. We can't get an entry pass.
Kamila Cardoso dropped a truth bomb that reverberated across the WNBA landscape earlier this month when she boldly declared Caitlin Clark the league's most promising player. The comment wasn't just notable for its candor, it was a direct snub to her own teammate, Angel Reese, who has openly clashed with Clark's meteoric rise since their college rivalry days. Cardoso doubled down, emphasizing Clark's historic impact and her ability to elevate entire leagues with her gravitational pull.
In the league, apart from you. And that is obviously what she was asked. This is what she said to that. This is what she answered to that question.
A liga tirando você.
Caitlin Clark.
For Reese, whose preseason games drew fewer fans than a middle school recital, while Clark sold out arenas around the globe, Cardoso's comment was a dagger to the ego. The contrast between Clark and Reese has never been starker. Clark, the Indiana Fever's franchise cornerstone, is averaging 24.7 points and 9.2 assists per game, while dragging her team into playoff contention. Reese, on the other hand, is shooting just 29% from the field, turning the ball over 4.3 times per game, and struggling to convert basic post moves against defenders half her size. Cardoso's praise for Clark wasn't just about talent, it was a coded critique of Reese's stagnant development and her me-first mentality.
Look, Cardoso, I am upset with how this offense is looking. If I'm Kamila Cardoso, I'm upset that I still can't manage to get an entry pass. If I'm Kamila Cardoso, I'm upset that I still need to deal with this type of amateurism in the WNBA. The Angel Reese shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss experiment. Okay, this is where Kamila Cardoso, look, pass it out. Look at Kamila Cardoso on the bottom of your screen here. Pass it out. Kick it out. Let me shoot a midi. How many attempts do we need?
The Chicago Sky's 2025 season has devolved into a dumpster fire wrapped in a train wreck, with tensions between star forwards Kamila Cardoso and Angel Reese boiling over after the team's fourth straight loss to the Phoenix Mercury. While Reese posted a hollow 13-point, 15-rebound double-double in the 94-89 defeat, Cardoso's remarks about Caitlin Clark's generational talent paired with her visible on-court frustration toward Reese have exposed a fractured locker room. This isn't just a rough start, it's a full-blown identity crisis for a franchise that bet its future on the Reese-Cardoso duo.
Angel Reese had one of these double-doubles that doesn't translate to victories. And the WNBA is celebrating it today. And she put up one of the most baffling shots I've ever seen in my life last night. She literally put a shot up looking away from the basket and just flung it up over her head. All the while, she had perimeter shooters open, and Kamila Cardoso, who, by the way, had a hell of a game last night, a hell of an efficient game last night, was come running in under the basket and...
If you're enjoying this chaos, don't forget to subscribe. The Chicago Sky just suffered their fourth consecutive loss to start the season, a historic 94-89 defeat to the Phoenix Mercury that left Kamila Cardoso looking like she'd rather be literally anywhere else on planet Earth, and honestly, can you blame her? This is the same woman who publicly acknowledged Caitlin Clark as the real deal, all while watching her own teammate turn basketball into a nightly display of chaotic, interpretive dance. Yes, the meltdown everyone saw coming from orbit is finally here. Angel Reese swaggered into this season like she was leading a championship parade, only to learn the hard way that confidence without competence is just delusion in a basketball jersey. The Sky's 0-4 start isn't just bad, it's historically catastrophic, tying the worst opening in franchise history. This isn't your garden variety struggling team. This is a full-blown basketball apocalypse with Angel Reese playing all 4 horsemen at once. Meanwhile, Cardoso stands in the background like a master chef watching someone burn water, her frustration so palpable You could bottle it and sell it as basketball despair ode to collapse.
Do you know that coming into this game, the Chicago Sky didn't have a single player averaging double figures? How the hell does that even happen? Y'all didn't have a single player averaging double figures. That is embarrassing. That is ridiculous. How are you even considered a professional team?
But here's where it gets absolutely delicious. Cardoso didn't just praise any random player, she singled out Caitlin Clark, the very person who represents everything Angel Reese wishes she could be, but never will. That's not just recognition. It's a declaration of war disguised as a compliment. It's the basketball equivalent of telling your roommate their ex was actually pretty great while they're crying into a pint of ice cream. The audacity is breathtaking. And the timing? Chef's kiss. You've got to love the contrast brewing in Chicago. On one side, you have Cardoso, a legitimate talent who understands that basketball IQ isn't optional. On the other, you've got Reese, still trying to convince everyone that rebounding her own missed shots counts as being productive. She's been shuffled around more positions than a chess piece in the hands of a 5-year-old. First, she's a power forward. Then she's suddenly playing point forward, because apparently the coaching staff thought, hey, what if we let the player who can't shoot handle the ball more? It's like watching someone try to fix a leaky faucet with a sledgehammer. Technically, you're addressing the problem, but you're probably just making it worse.
Still believe that they're not giving Kamila enough touches. I think that they give up on her too easily. I think when she seals, they literally can't get her the ball, and it's very confusing to me. And then when they do get her the ball, they throw it at her shin and get pissed at her when she's 6'7". Throw it up there. I mean, she's 6'7". Throw it up there. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Coach Tyler Marsh came into this job with the optimism of a first-time parent, thinking he could mold Angel Reese into something resembling a complete basketball player. Poor guy probably had visions of championship banners and Coach of the Year awards. Instead, he's getting a front-row seat to the full Angel Reese experience, a never-ending cycle of missed shots, questionable decisions, and body language that suggests basketball might not be her true calling. At this point, he's probably updating his LinkedIn profile during timeouts. Let's talk about those grand plans Marsh had for Reese. He wanted her to be dynamic, to create space, to facilitate basically, to become everything she's repeatedly shown she cannot be. It's like asking someone who burns toast to cater a 5-star restaurant. The ambition is admirable, but the reality check is brutal. Instead of becoming the versatile weapon Marsh envisioned, Reese has become the basketball, equivalent of a Swiss Army knife where every tool is broken.
They did not play well. The Mercury didn't play well at all. Y'all just wasn't good enough to put them away. I don't know what y'all gonna do, bruh. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all are 0-4. Y'all just blew a 15-point lead to a team that wasn't playing well at all. Tyler Marsh. I own a few businesses. If you need some work around the All-Star break, if you need a job, keep the vision. We got you. I got some work for you. You ain't gonna be no decision maker because you ain't gonna be no boss or nothing. But I help a brother out because the way this going, you're gonna be looking for employment soon, brother.
Meanwhile, Cardoso has been delivering a masterclass in professionalism while internally screaming. Multiple reports have highlighted her brutal body language every time Reese launches into her signature routine of missed shots and ball hogging. During one particularly painful sequence against the New York Liberty, Cardoso literally started walking to the other end of the court mid-play because even she couldn't stomach watching the basketball carnage unfold. That's not just frustration. That's a woman who's reached her breaking point, and it happened about 3 Angel Reese possessions ago. The most beautiful part of this basketball soap opera? Cardoso didn't just randomly compliment Caitlin Clark. She knew exactly what it would communicate. This is a player who's tired of being linked to mediocrity, tired of watching raw potential get squandered, and tired of pretending that effort without results deserves a standing ovation. When she named Clark without hesitation, she wasn't just answering a question. She was redefining the standard, reminding everyone what actual basketball excellence looks like. And let's be honest about what everyone in Chicago is thinking, but too polite to say, Cardoso is absolutely right. Clark has transformed every arena she steps into a cathedral of basketball brilliance. Reese, on the other hand, has turned the United Center into a mausoleum for missed opportunities. The contrast isn't close. It's like comparing a symphony. Orchestra to someone learning the kazoo. One creates art, the other creates noise.
Honestly, I feel so bad for Cardoso because she's being outshined from everything other than basketball, just from the double-doubles and the Clark beef from last year. And Cardoso's really a better basketball player. She just is. And she's not getting the looks that she needs. And I think this duo could work out. I really think it could. But I'm telling you, bro, like, I just feel like Cardoso's going to want to trade soon. She's just too new to be, demanding.
The Sky's recent collapse against Phoenix perfectly encapsulates this unfolding disaster. They blew a 16-point lead, which, in Angel Reese terms, is basically just another Tuesday. Cardoso turned in a solid 16-point, 9-rebound performance, playing like someone who understands that basketball is a team sport. Meanwhile, Reese posted her usual empty-calorie double-double 13 points and 15 rebounds, but anyone actually watching the game knows stats without wins are just participation trophies dressed up with numbers. Rookie head coach Tyler Marsh, hired for his championship pedigree as an assistant with the Las Vegas Aces, now finds himself facing a mutiny just 4 games into his tenure. His offense, built on ball movement and perimeter shooting, has crumbled under Reese's black hole tendencies. The Sky currently rank dead last in assists, 16.2 per game, and lead the league in turnovers, 18.3, a damning indictment of Marsh's inability to rein in his so-called star. Tyler Marsh is learning the hard truth every coach eventually does when dealing with players who prioritize personal stats over team success. You can draw up all the plays you want, but you can't coach basketball IQ into someone who doesn't have it. The man has been shifting Reese around the lineup like living room furniture, hoping a new position might unlock some hidden potential. Spoiler alert, it won't. You can't fix fundamental basketball problems by changing the zip code on the court.
Do you know how ass you gotta be? And I'm not blaming no players tonight. Do you know how ass you gotta be to blow a 16-point lead? I don't give a if Alyssa Thompson over there getting buckets. I don't give a if Sabali over there getting buckets. Get the win. And the reason I said I'm not blaming no players, because this is a very successful night for the two bigs. 16 points, 9 rebounds. She had 4 assists. Angel had a couple assists. You already putting offensive pressure on this team, and the fact they still have to go out there and play defense, which they did, this is a...
The funniest part of this entire mess is watching Reese's supporters desperately spin the catastrophe into something positive. She's learning. She's growing. She's adapting. They cry. Meanwhile, Cardoso stands in the background like someone watching a person try to convince her that water flows uphill. At some point, potential without production is just a participation trophy, and participation trophies don't win games. Cardoso's public endorsement of Clark isn't just basketball analysis, it's a masterclass in professional shade. She's essentially telling the world, this is what elite basketball looks like, while her teammate continues to provide a live demonstration of what it doesn't. Cardoso is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and she just put Angel, Reese's basketball reputation, in checkmate. The Sky's 0-4 start has exposed every weakness the team hoped to hide. General Manager Jeff Pagliuca called it disappointing, which is like calling the Titanic sinking a minor shipping delay. The team added veterans like Courtney Vandersloot, Kia Nurse, and Ariel Atkins to bring leadership and stability, but even seasoned pros can't overcome a teammate who treats basketball like a personal highlight reel with commercials.
In the post, they went and got veteran guards, hoping that the guards would mask the problem, but all they did was put a bad makeup job on it. Right now, Chicago fans are going to have to be patient. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, I can't wait till Angel gets out of Chicago. And to a certain extent, I agree. Angel would not be a starter if she went to any other team with a strong post player. Angel is going to be going through a very rough 3 to 4 years of this rookie contract. But Chicago...
What makes this situation particularly delicious is that Cardoso's comment about Clark came during a Brazilian interview, meaning she felt comfortable enough to be honest when she thought the Chicago basketball world wasn't watching. That's when you get the real truth. She could have named anyone, offered a diplomatic non-answer, But instead, she chose the one player who embodies everything her teammate is not: efficient, winning-focused, and genuinely elite. The writing is on the wall in Chicago, and it's written in missed shots and blown leads. Tyler Marsh is learning firsthand that coaching Angel Reese is like trying to teach calculus to someone still counting on their fingers. Cardoso is realizing that talent alone can't overcome willful basketball ignorance. Meanwhile, somewhere, in Indiana, Caitlin Clark is probably watching this circus unfold and thanking the basketball gods she landed on a team that actually understands the concept of teamwork.